Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight, some names out of action.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jones in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Batum is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Jackson in at the point guard position.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Outside Jackson. Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Over McCollum. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist from Jackson.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Clippers moving the ball around. Nobody near George. Finds himself wide open and drills it. George has got 5 now.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum against George. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And George with this stuff.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
Lillard against Leonard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Blazers getting the bucket. And McCollum with the slam.
When McCollum combines defense and offense, and he is so dangerous, a true impact player.
Now here's Jackson. Passes to Zubac. Now the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important. And then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good points. And that one's good, Leonard.
They're getting him shots in his spots. That's understanding your personnel.
Lillard looking around. Fires the 3. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And, guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Mistake by the defender, fouling a very good free throw shooter in Kawhi.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And they pick up 2.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Anthony against Leonard. Anthony dishes to Cantor. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Just 5 to shoot. That's tipped, and they're able to recover. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Clippers. The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
Clippers leading by 7. And here's Rondo. There's the pass to Patterson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Shoots from the elbow.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Kennard is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Mann in at the 2-guard spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And so here are the Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Patterson passes to Rondo. Here's McCollum. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Rondo kicks to Patterson. Pass to Kennard. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Exploding to the rim, Luke Kennard slams it in. His offensive energy is a difference maker.
Here's Simons. Basket counts. Simons has got 5 points in the quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
And here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Down low, Patterson. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Simons, the pass to Anthony. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The tray. It's rebounded by Rondo. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Clippers. Here's Morris. Pass to Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Rondo. Good. Rondo's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to McCollum. Here's Simons. Over Rondo. Another shot. And that one is off. And the Clippers will come the other way. And the wide open shot from Morris. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Clippers lead by 9.
The activity level from Patterson is what makes him such an impact on the floor.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, these guys need to work together as a team, as a unit. Try and carve out some easy buckets.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Trailblazers trail by 9. Back to Lillard. Can they get it? The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got his third bucket of the night.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Now, here's George. 10 points for him. On the wing, Batum. 5 to shoot. Right side, George. Over Jones. George, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Kicks it out to Jones. Lillard against Jackson. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers leading by 6. And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, defensively, your mantra at this point has to be no easy buckets.
Here's George after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
Well, he was in rhythm, hitting 2 threes in the opening quarter, but hasn't made one since.
Jones kicks to Lillard. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
What strength from Lillard, just not allowing the defense to have the last word.
George from deep three-point land drills it from outside. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds. And
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Derek Jones. Damian Lillard out there with Powell. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And the pass to Leonard. And Batum kicks to Leonard. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Leonard against Lillard. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Portland also making some changes. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Jones. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Norman Powell. Rondo with it. Feeds it to Patterson. The Clippers need to get off a shot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony kicks to Nurkic. Poke loose. Here's Mann. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 10. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. From downtown. Out of bounds. The Clippers take possession. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Rondo looking over the floor. Near the three-point line, it's Morris, but they get it back. Right wing. Clock at 6. Mann passes to Rondo. Lets it go with a 3. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Anthony.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First trip to the line for him here.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Rondo passes to Oturu. 1:46 left in the third quarter. Here's Mann. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Pass to Kanter. Morris with the block.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
Clippers leading by 8. Morris outside. We've got 1:08 left in the third. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Morris has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
A 3 from McCollum. Here's Kanter. Kicks to Nurkic. Anthony in the corner. Simons surveying the D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Just a load. I mean, at 7 feet, Nurkic also moves well, and that combo gets him to the line a bunch. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Coffey's checked in. Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for Anthony Simons. From deep, George kept alive. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Paul George really making a difference here.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
A different look now for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony. Cantor comes in for Robert Covington. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Lillard from deep three-point land, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 8 points in the quarter.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
On the wing, Batum. Outside, George tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. It'll count. Not going to go that time. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Paul George. Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson, and it's Patterson in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
So far, George's competitive play has worked well. He's getting just about everything to fall.
Powell kicks to Lillard. There's the dish to Cantor. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard.
Yeah, quick thinking, wins Dame assist. Finds the open man and the ball instantly there for the finish.
George, that's a two-pointer. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Clippers lead by 11.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Takes a three. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 11. Now here's George. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Off target from three-point range. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Inside, Cantor. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Cantor's got 4 this quarter.
And really inside the paint is where Cantor thrives. His dominant approach lets him just own that space.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Nicholas Batum. McCollum's checked in for the Trailblazers. George against Jones. Zubac, great positioning on the putback.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Now Lillard and McCollum now atop the key. Back to Lillard. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
One of the more physical wings in the league. Kawhi gets smacked there, but not to be denied.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Leonard against Lillard. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Morris. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Nobody near Leonard. Drains it from beyond the arc. Leonard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 18. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets.
Hey, yo, right here.
Outside Leonard. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Trailblazers trail by 18.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Los Angeles.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Anthony goes back up, passes it to Giles. That one good for two.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. The pass to Mann, the three, the rebound by Giles.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Fires for three. The shot off that time. In the corner, Powell with it. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. And here is Patterson. No good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to...
welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We bring you tonight into Portland. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3.
Well, CJ, as soon as he gets a step on you, you're pretty much done. Aggressive right there in transition.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. The pass to Forbes. This one for 3. Antetokounmpo, no good. It's McCollum with the drive. Three-pointer, Lillard. A second chance effort. Kicks it out to McCollum. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Such a big body down there. Nurkic battling.
Lillard against Holiday. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And Antetokounmpo. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Covington. Here's Nurkic. And the rejection by Giannis. And it's sent back by Lillard. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Lopez powering through that time.
Portland's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Oh, good with the triple. Milwaukee in the lead.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance. And he gets the whistle. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Harry Giles is checked in for Anthony, and Jones subbed in for Powell. The rebound by Giles. Trailblazers have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Here's Jones. Great D that time from Middleton. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Portis trying to free himself, and the Bucks miss again. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting a mere 25% from the floor in this first quarter. And it's Lillard missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first quarter.
You better shoot that.
Portis kicks to Middleton. 5 on the clock. It's good from long range.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Lillard from outside. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Tucker. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Anthony's checked in for Portland. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Antetokounmpo's checked in. Here's Simons. Drops in the layup for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Portis. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
McCollum passes to Cannon. Kicks it out to McCollum. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Bucks lead by. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what stands out to you from the Bucks in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We've got Anthony. Also Enes Kanter out there. C.J. McCollum out there with Derek Jones. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Holiday with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Antetokounmpo finds Holiday. Antetokounmpo inside. Anthony on him.
He looked like he rushed it a bit. The defense wasn't terrible, but still, he's got to knock that down.
And there's McCollum. That's good on the assist from Jones. McCollum's got 6 points. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Robert Covington comes in for Derek Jones. And Norman Powell subbed in for McCollum. Covington wide open, he fires. Portland again missing. Bucks trail by 3. And it's the Bucks on the break. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Anthony. To the middle. Here's Simons. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And Milwaukee will come the other way. DiVincenzo finds Giannis. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Outside Holiday. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. 6 to shoot. Count that one.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Lillard. After Drew Holiday's score. Powell dishes to Lillard. Tries again. Bucket is good.
Damian doesn't need a lot of time to get a shot off and found some space there.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 1. Nurkic with the steal. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Chris Middleton comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. Covington inside the line. Rebound Milwaukee.
And you look at Robert Covington, first team all-defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now here's Middleton. DiVincenzo passes to Lopez. Shoots over Nurkic. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Powell. Trailblazers moving the ball around. He feeds it to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Kicks it out to Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open. And it's Damian Lillard with the 3. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. And Covington maybe not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3 and D role player. Can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside. Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Lillard misses.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
For the Trailblazers, Cantor comes in for Yusuf Nurkic, and Jones subbed in for Carmelo Anthony. Forbes the pass to Lopez. Middleton outside. Top of the key. Lillard with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lopez kicks to Forbes. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Powell with the steal. And so it's... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. It was... And that...
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Portland leading by 5. And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. At the forward spots, it's the 2 Antetokounmpos, Thanasis and Giannis. Then there's Bobby Portis. Then it's Holiday, and it's Connaughton in at the 2-guard spot. Now Holiday following the 3-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. And Portis throws it down.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Now here's McCollum. It's tipped to the inside. Giannis passes to Portis. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Portis has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
And good that time. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the basket is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Lillard surveying the D. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Man, at the point guard position, are you kidding me? Explosive scoring ability and body control. That results in a bucket and a free throw.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Ball's knocked loose. Portis kicks to Antetokounmpo. They now take the lead. Giannis has got 6 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
It's good.
Yeah, so do the quick short dribbles and then create some space. Try to guard that.
The Bucks trail. Outside Holiday. It's Portis high post. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Holiday against Lillard. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And then for Milwaukee, Chris Middleton's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Bryn Forbes in for Pat Connaughton. Here's Simons. Down low, it's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Lobs it up for Holiday. Leaps for it. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Anthony, the pass to Simons. There's the triple. The shot by Anthony, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo.
Textbook stuff from Holiday off the pick and roll. He comes around the screen and rewards the screener with the pass.
Here's Simons, guarded by Holiday. Out to Anthony. Takes the 3. Nurkic in the post. Antetokounmpo defending. Cantor. Count it. Good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Holiday looking over the floor. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. 3-pointer. Forbes can't get it to go. Portland trailing here. Powell finds Anthony. Back to Powell. His first shot coming late. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Middleton on the wing. Passes it to Portis. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. The 15-footer, and no good on the last second attempt this time. And we just finished the 3rd quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the court for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter is out there with Anthony. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Simons in at the point. Shots good by Middleton.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Simons. And he goes in for the dunk.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
Lopez against Nurkic. DiVincenzo, the bounce pass. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
So for the Trailblazers, Robert Covington's checked in for Nurkic. McCollum comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. The Bucks also with the sub. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Now here's Kanter. And here's McCollum. Shoots over DiVincenzo. Got a hand on it. 4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Lopez passes to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Over to the wing. To the paint. Here's DiVincenzo. Off with the layup.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the 4th.
Into the lineup for the Bucks. Inside. The feed to McCollum. Kanter trying to free himself up. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Lillard outside. From deep 3-point range, Portland again missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
So exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
Here's Lillard, following the basket by Giannis. Kicks it out to McCollum. Back to Lillard. Fires from deep. 6 on the shot clock, and Kanter throws it down.
Known as a coachable guy with a very positive attitude, Kanter has to be feeling good on that shot.
Middleton on the wing. The dish to Lopez. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Feeds to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks.
Wow, Lopez stepping up. What confidence from the big fella.
Lillard fires away from way outside. A three-pointer off the mark. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Middleton. Giannis inside. Covington's there, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Nurkic is checked in. Now a timeout called by Portland. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every play.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. This game is close, and he told his players, hey, guys, this is when it's fun, right? This is a close game, and this is when you get to show what you're made of. Right here, right now. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Thank you, David. Pass to Giant. Jones kicks to Lillard. To the inside. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That's foul number 2 for him. .26 seconds left in the fourth. And stolen by DiVincenzo.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Lillard outside. He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They're trailing by 2. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Middleton outside. No good from three-point territory. And so the big win by Portland in a tight. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and Dave. Downtown Milwaukee is seen from the shore of Lake. And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
And the Clippers starting 5. They've got Ivica Zubac. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's George in its shooting guard. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot.
Well, one aspect that makes Lopez dangerous, his size at 7 foot, and he doesn't have to go far to slam it home.
Holiday against Jackson. DiVincenzo kicks to Middleton. Rebound by the Clippers. Pass to Jackson. George passes to Zubac. Leonard, that's for 2. That shot, no good. And Milwaukee will come the other way. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Back to Jackson. Outside, Batum. 4 on the shot clock. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Lopez. Holiday against Jackson. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Jackson with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Zubac, that's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
So it's the Bucks now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Zubac. The Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. And there's Jackson on the assist by George.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Holiday, and it's Lopez at the elbow. Shoots over Zubac. Can't hit from 12. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. George, that's a 2-pointer. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Kawhi Leonard, still one of the hardest working players in the league. Active on the offensive glass there.
Holiday looking over the floor. Outside, Antetokounmpo. 1:37 left to play here in the first. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Jackson dishes to George. Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Don't you love it when you've got a small forward who can pass the basketball just like Paul George did there? Makes it look easy.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Now George. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Got a piece of it. Outside Jackson. Passes it to Zubac. Good D by Lopez.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's George. And oh boy, folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys,
and we'll be right back after this. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he...
For me personally,
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. Kennard is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Oturu in at the 5. And up the court come the Bucks. On the break, here's Forbes. And no good, trying to use the glass. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 4. Now here's Rondo. Now the pass to Oturu. Puts the move on. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
There's the lob to Portis. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Rondo with the ball.
And Rondo, as good as it gets in transition, whether he's shooting or passing, he tends to make the right decision.
Forbes the pass to Portis. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Clippers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Outside for Rondo. No dice from 9 feet out. Milwaukee in the lead. Outside Portis. Pass to Tucker. Here's the 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Floats one. Here's Morris. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Morris has got his first points of the game.
Well, this is the area of the floor where Marcus Morris can be a problem because of that frame and that game. Look out, gentlemen.
Pass to Portis. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
Rondo passes to Coffey. Morris right side. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Passes to Forbes. Down low, here's Portis. 11 feet away. Oturu with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Canard. Here's Coffey. Nailed from three-point land. Coffey's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. He's covered by Rondo. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And team stats last season, 74% shooting, so some numbers that they can definitely improve upon.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. George with the bounce pass. Here's Patterson. That shot off the mark. And Milwaukee will come the other way. Up the floor. Holiday with the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's George. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Floats it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And if you're looking to make a big play with the pass, you've got to love Giannis. He's a big target on those alley-oop lobs.
And that one's good. George. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside Holiday. There's the pass to Middleton. The 3. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. The Clippers in the lead. Here's George. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Bobby Portis.
This is a case where it's just the pure strength of Paul George, able to fight through contact so well on these shots.
On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Jackson. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. Outside, George with 1 on the clock. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Well, a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both. And that should...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Nice game, great performance by Brook Lopez.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. And oh, here we go with Leonard, nobody back. Good on the shot. George has got 4 this quarter.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. No good on the 3.
Well, you can see why the defense dared him to shoot it. That's not really his spot. When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working. Amazing tenacity attacking the basket, and I'm sure he won't miss that next time.
Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Bucks trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Middleton can't get it to go. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
George looking around. From deep. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Leonard, no luck. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Lopez finds DiVincenzo. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And now it's only a 5-point Los Angeles lead.
And I tell you, Antetokounmpo's evolved into one of the better passing forwards in our league. And when the defense is focused on you that much, you need to be able to find the open man.
Here's George. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Here's Portis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Portis has got 6.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's George. Here's Oturu. Here's Coffey. And no good that time. The Bucks go the other way with it. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Oturu, the pass to Rondo. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Portis, and the layup is good. 8 points for him.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Outside Rondo. Pass to Oturu. Stolen by Tucker. Fast break, Milwaukee. Right side, Portis for the tie. Now, here's Tucker. He's covered by Rondo. Tucker can't get it to go. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Looking to end his cold spell. And there's the nice layup by George.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
It's Portis, high post. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention? Ho.
Here is Forbes. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunity.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Rajon Rondo, and it's Oturu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Stolen by Tucker. Fast break, Milwaukee. Connaughton kicks it to Tucker. Pass to Holiday to take the lead. It's hauled in by Coffey. The Clippers in the lead. Here's Mann. Passes it to Oturu. Morris against Holiday. And some changes here for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Milwaukee's ball. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And Holiday kicks to Giannis. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Mann passes to Morris. He hits it from 9. And the Clippers lead by 2. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Bucks making a switch here. Forbes checked in. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And it's Lopez at the elbow. Shoots over Zubac. And Forbes kicks to Middleton to take the lead. A three-pointer is right on target. And now a 3-point Milwaukee lead.
And this is what Middleton does, hit trades. He's one of the best in the league at helping his team space the floor.
The three from George. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Middleton the pass to Giannis. Batum against Middleton. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lopez. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 3. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. George passes to Leonard. Back to George. Over Middleton. And that one hits back iron. Bucks leading by 3. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Off target from 3-point range.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Batum finds George. Leonard attacking. Good D by Lopez.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. Pulls it from the elbow. Lopez. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Lopez has got the lead up to 5 now for Milwaukee.
Lopez loves this pressure. He thrives in moments. He shows his greatness. Nice shot.
Leonard looking over the floor.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Antetokounmpo, no good. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Jackson outside for George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
These are the shots we have come to expect from Paul George. This guy is cold-blooded.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Antetokounmpo passes to DiVincenzo. Back to Antetokounmpo. The pass to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Giannis. A 3-pointer, no good.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the 3-point line? That's what it comes down to.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
And so it's the Bucks. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do. and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are... And the injury report for both teams. Players who will not be available tonight.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Reggie Jackson. Ivica Zubac is out there with Batum. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And it's Lillard missing.
Man, you don't see this fella blow many layups. Not against D like that, anyway.
Nobody near Leonard. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Back to George. Jackson against Powell. Takes a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Realizing when the defenders have overcommitted, like how Nurkic looks to hit the open man.
George against McCollum. George passes to Zubac. Hangs in the air, and the layup is up and in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Lillard with no one around. They get it back.
One of the big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there, staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chances.
The 3 from George with the putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there. Lillard dishes to Nurkic. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. So for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Robert Covington. The Clippers also changing it up. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for Zubac. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Nicholas Batum.
And with a good mix of power and agility, Leonard can throw it down with the best of them.
Lillard with it, guarded now by Jackson. It's Powell on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. So for the Trailblazers, Jones checked in for Norman Powell, and it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. The Clippers in the lead. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Rondo passes to Patterson. Back to Rondo. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, a guy that simply brings toughness to the hardwood. Rondo, he isn't bothered by the contact.
Simons surveying the D. McCollum outside. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Morris. And no good. Good D by McCollum. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Outside, Jones. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Feeds it to Patterson. And the Clippers making a change here. Coffey's checked in. Trailblazers on D. They trail by 1. Rondo passes to Mann. Just 5 on the clock. Excellent D from Cantor.
And D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Back to Jones. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Out to the right wing. Another shot, and it's good on the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Coffey from outside the arc. He doesn't hit that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Trail. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
Robert Covington out there with Anthony. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Outside Anthony. Launches it. Kanter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kanter's got the lead up to 3 now for Portland.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Leonard against Covington. Here's Zubac, the 11-footer, and too long on the shot. Trailblazers leading by 3. And Anthony gets it to go on the assist by Cannon.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
McCollum against George. Charity stripe shot. Rebounded by Anthony.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
To the wing on the left. It's Covington on the wing. Defended by Batum. Covington passes to Kanter. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Kanter's got 4 points in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Simons, guarded by Jackson. It's good.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Kennard's checked in.
A good ball handler with an advanced offensive repertoire. George is more than comfortable in the pick and roll.
Passes it to Pop. Back to Lillard. That one, no good. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Here's Leonard. Banked in off the glass. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead.
But you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Lillard finds Powell. Lillard against Leonard.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. George looking over the floor. And the rebound by Nurkic.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Stolen by Zubac. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Harry Giles is checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Now Powell. Lillard way outside. The long distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
With his ability to accelerate, defenders have to be careful against Lillard. It's either give him the three or risk the blow by.
And here's George for three. And it's rebounded by Covington.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Lillard. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. .44 seconds left in the first half of the game. Lillard from outside. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Giles has got his first bucket of the night.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers leading by 8. Over in the corner, Lillard. From deep three-point range, the putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Playing with such physicality on the offensive glass. I mean, Nurkic's awesome at slamming misses in.
Covington with the steal. Here's Nurkic. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They ended the period holding on to a... And that's...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. They've got Morris. Jackson is out there with Kennard. And it's Coffey in at the three. Lillard from outside. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way. Jackson with it. Lillard picks him up. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Nurkic kicks to foul. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Lillard, second chance shot. Here's Cantor. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the Clippers get called for the foul. Portland may have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
And the Clippers making a change here. George is checked in.
Get off ball.
Looking to get back on track here. And that's 2 points on the layup. George has got 6.
Well, that makes him 4 for 5. I mean, I think that's pretty good numbers. I mean, they've got to be pleased with how things are playing off so far. Well, that's just a lucky break for the D. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Powell pulls it in. Trailblazers leading by 5. Pass to Cantor. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Lillard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love seeing Lillard working in close. I mean, he has the skills to convert at a high rate.
Nobody near George. Good on the three-point shot.
He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
Lillard scanning the floor. The 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
But not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just won in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2. Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
The deep 3 from George. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game. But you can see why after that sequence.
Here's Lillard. And Lillard throws it down.
Oh, it's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Clippers making a change here. There's 1:38 left in the third. Outside, George buries it from three-point range. George has got 11 in the second half.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And no good, his first shot of the night, missing. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Leonard. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And that's Jackson's job out there, distributing the rock to his open teammates.
58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Guarded by Jackson. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. For the tie, offensive rebound.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Portland's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Here's Simons, defended by George. Anthony, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. The three from George. The rebound by Giles. Now here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Portland out in front, up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability.
He delivers that with force.
I cannot believe that.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Leonard. No good that time, and it's Portland the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Anthony, the pass to Covington. Here's Simons, fires the three, and the three ball is good. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
They've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and that helps account for their lead.
Here's Mann, guarded by Powell. Chalk up 2 there.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but defensively, neither side has been able to adjust, and that's reflected in the score.
It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Ennis Cantor's checked in for Robert Covington. McCollum comes in for Anthony. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anfernee Simons.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
No coverage that time.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Powell with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Jones. Back to McCollum. There's the three. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Leonard against Lillard. And here's McCollum. Down low. They get a hand on it. Here's Cantor. Can't cash in from close range.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Portland. George is checked in for the Clippers. Here's Leonard. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
And guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Lillard the pass to Nurkic. And it's sent back by Leonard. And they get it back. Cantor. Clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
McCollum against George. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. Yeah, and that's a possession waster.
Robert Covington's checked in for Enes Kanter. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Lillard against Leonard. Nurkic dishes to Lillard. Back to Nurkic, and finished off by Nurkic.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
George against McCollum. Shooting foul and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
That's why they're in the driver's seat right now, looking to put this one away.
First one falls for him.
You know, this is the type of guy I like, from undrafted to a quality role player. I mean, he has heart. He's gotten better every year. Covington adds a lot to this team. He can let that thing fly, too. He's a fearless shooter.
Here's Batum. Zubac trying to break loose. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist by George.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Defended by George. Now the pass to Little. And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively there, showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
2 shots, first foul, 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings them to within 10. And George drops them both.
And, you know, you go back to that horrific leg injury in Vegas back in 2014, and Paul George hasn't just made it back to the NBA. He's come back a better player.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming right up, the Buck. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. And here's McCollum for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And Milwaukee has possession. Lillard attacking, and it's good for 2. Lillard's got the opening basket of the game for the Trailblazers. Some veterans on these teams, Clark. What are you looking for and how that will impact the game?
Well, I think both of these teams have a really solid roster. And I love the blend of experience and youth. When you have NBA experience on the floor, there's just a level of play that you see at the defensive end that makes it enjoyable for me. I think that's what we'll see tonight. Experienced pros getting after it.
Floats it up for Giannis. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
And Covington really gets to the hoop in no time thanks to tremendous speed. I mean, he's not easy to keep up with. He's really fast.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Lopez. And stolen by Lillard. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. McCollum with the ball. No good with the elbow jumper. The Bucks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lopez, no luck.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
The 15-footer. No good off the back of the rim. And it's the Bucks on the break. And that's good from Antetokounmpo on the assist by Holiday.
Savvy play from Holiday. Quick thinking helps him get the ball to the wide open man.
Here is Lillard. From deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Bucks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Middleton the pass to Holiday. A miss that time would have put him up. Portland's gone 0 of 3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And the pass to Lillard. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Inside. Lopez kicks to Giannis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. Powell, that's good.
You know, Robert Covington is a decent passer at his position and has a good feel for when to share the ball.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Bucks passing it around. Here's Holiday. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Lillard against Holiday. Three-pointer. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Nurkic with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Nice move. And Covington with the nice bucket inside. Covington's got his second bucket of the night. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Pass to Powell. There's the dish to Nurkic. Lopez with the block. Oh, and here we go. Antetokounmpo, nobody back. Here's Holiday, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
Man, what a special player Antetokounmpo is, sharing the sugar there. The vision he showed, nice job finding the open man.
Now here's Lillard, and the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Portland with the ball. Here's Simons, feeds to Cantor. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Portis. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Here is Forbes. Tie game in Milwaukee. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And before the game, we ran into Damian Lillard, who touched a puck.
What we've learned is staying together.
And Greg, of course, he helps keep everyone on the same page.
He communicates well with his teammates, and he listens. That's why they trust him. The discussions go both ways.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
what we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. They've got Enes Kanter, Anthony out there with Jones. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Simons in at the 1. Jones against Holiday. To the inside. Connaughton passes to Fortis. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Portland leading. Jumps up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And no good on the shot. Trying to follow through after the contact, but he'll shoot 2 at the line instead. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I'd go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's McCollum. He's guarded closely. To the paint, Kanter. Milwaukee with the rebound. Now Portis. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A nice shot by Simons.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
To the inside. Here's Portis. It's not going to go for him. Now Portland takes it the other way.
Well, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
To the middle. Tucker, the pass to Portis. At the tip. It's good on the putback.
And, you know, that's the hustle and nose for the ball that P.J. Tucker possesses. You've got to get a body on him.
Here's Simons. He has 5. Nurkic can't hit. We've got 1:48 left in the first half. And Antetokounmpo inside. Working on Jones. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Both teams deciding to change it up. Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons surveying the D. Powell, no one around him. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Powell's got his second basket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Here's Simons inside. Here's Nurkic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Nurkic has got the lead up to 5 now for Portland. 50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Forbes dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Forbes. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Lopez. And the dunk by Lopez.
Chalk that up. Lopez won't miss many of those.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. Powell against Middleton. Here's Simons. Here's Cantor. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Powell, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above. And
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Shoots over Nurkic, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The up fake from Lopez working to perfection.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Giles checked in for Portland. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Bucks trail by 3. Middleton for 3. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Powell, that's good. Powell's got 6.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Covington against Antetokounmpo. It's intercepted. Fast break, here they come. Powell's got room, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Holiday, the pass to Lopez. Giannis left side. And it's rebounded by Covington. Covington's got his 5th rebound in this one. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Middleton outside. The pass to Antetokounmpo.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Powell with it. Now guarded by Middleton. McCollum right side. And there's the feed to Lillard. And a missed layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And Antetokounmpo. That one doesn't go. Now Portland takes it the other way. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Passes it to Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got the lead up to 10 now for Portland. Down his high post. Covington's there. The shot's good.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Trailblazers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Shoots from 14, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Lillard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And the Bucks with some changes. Portis, who's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Dante DiVincenzo. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. Anthony comes in for Robert Covington. Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Bucks trail by 12. And stolen by Lillard. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The shot, no good. The Blazers on offense. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Outside Anthony. Out to the right wing. Lillard, the pass to Kanter. Here's Jones with the second effort. Kicks it out to Lillard. From deep three-point range. Trailblazers keep it alive. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Here's Forbes. Portland grabs the miss. Kanter's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Forbes, and the layup falls.
You know, for a sharpshooter like Forbes, guys, getting points inside can only help him be more effective on the perimeter. It actually add a step to his quickness.
Well, through 3 quarters of play. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the floor for Portland, we've got Damian Lillard, Anthony out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard position. Down low, stolen by Tucker. Portis drives in. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. From outside, off the mark. And it's the Bucks on the break. Middleton outside. DiVincenzo kicks to Connaughton. Middleton inside the three-point line. That shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Three-pointer, Lillard. The rebound by the Bucks.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Outside Portis. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Powell. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Connaughton.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Lillard from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
DiVincenzo passes to Middleton. Back to DiVincenzo. Jacks up a three. Good on the triple.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Lillard. The 15-footer. Jump shot is good. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. Holiday against Lillard. Trailblazers leading by 11. And a wide open look for McCollum. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, he feeds it to Lopez. Stolen by Cantor. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony with room to shoot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Bucks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And Middleton kicks to Holiday. Lobbed up there for Lopez. 1:37 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Anthony taking his time here. 5 on the clock. Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Over Holiday. They get it back.
Oh, and a nice job of turning that miss into 2 points on the tip in.
Hustle points, I believe they call them. Hustle points right there.
And great instincts, too, guys, anticipating where the miss was going.
And the dunk by Giannis.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Portland.
One area that stands out that we've seen tonight from them, their aggressiveness in getting steals, something I know that you really value yourself.
I think it sparked their offense. It deflates the opposition, and when you have the type of effort we saw tonight, it's pretty hard to overcome that defensive pressure down the stretch.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Lillard.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. But they'll get another chance. Cantor finds Lillard over Middleton, and the shot is long. High post Lopez. Back to Middleton. And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
And so it's Portland winning this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was...
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. At the forward spot, it's Batum Antetokounmpo, Thanasis, and Giannis. Chris Middleton is out there with Holiday, and it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, we've got Kawhi Leonard. Jackson is out there with Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Batum in at the 4. Lobbed up there for Lopez. Doesn't go for him.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Now, Antetokounmpo, Paul George missing from long range. And Middleton kicks to Giannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 8. Off the left rim and out. Here's the break. Here's George. Finished off the break.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Holiday looking for an opening. Feeds it to Lopez. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Jackson.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
For 3, Middleton. No good on that one. The Clippers go the other way with it.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And that ties it up.
And just about every one of Middleton's shots is a smart one. Even from mid-range, he's not going to force anything.
Outside for Batum. Back to George. And it's George finishing it off.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
On the wing, Holiday. He dishes it to Lopez. Bucks passing it around. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Giannis outside. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made 1 of them. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers.
And this is how you score in transition. And Paul George, you just have to appreciate his hustle.
Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are three guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. A three from Leonard, and he's good on the three ball. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Here's Giannis. And nothing is falling for him right now. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Chris Middleton. Now here's Rondo. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
Great size by Bobby Portis. Would love to see him block more shots, but he got all of that one.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Outside Rondo. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Stolen by George. Here's Oturu. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
Rajon Rondo is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Coffey in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And the Bucks with possession here, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. Forbes can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 9. He gets it in there.
You love the balance from Reggie Jackson, generating more power in the catch and shoot.
Here's DiVincenzo. To the middle. He's looking for Portis and finds him. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
It's Jackson with the drive.
That's nice defense by Bryn Forbes. He's a gamer. He's going to give you whatever he has.
The dish now to Tucker. Over Morris. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Pass to Oturu. Just 5 on the clock. Jackson passes to Oturu. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Pass to Portis, and Portis throws it down.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Clippers leading by 11. Outside Rondo. Out to Morris. Shoots over Tucker. He can't get it to go. Now the Bucks take it the other way. DiVincenzo passes to Portis. Fires for three. Morris with the rebound.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Stolen by Jackson, and that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Now, here's Kennard. This is the most they've led by 13 points. George. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Holiday finds Antetokounmpo, and Antetokounmpo slams it in.
I mean, a tremendous all-around talent. Drew Holiday keeping his eyes up and his options open.
It wasn't that long ago that Holiday suffered some injuries that had people concerned about his future.
Greg, some injuries are bad luck. We do know this. Drew Holiday's physical, he's fearless, and he doesn't know any other way to play. But thankfully, he's battled through, and he is still playing at an all-star level.
Now, here's Batum. No points in the game yet for him. Just 5 to shoot. The shot by George, wide open. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
So comfortable in pick and roll. Paul George is a top-level ball handler who consistently makes the right play.
Lopez against Leonard. Antetokounmpo, no good. Los Angeles leading by 13. George with the ball. Now guarded by Middleton. Passes to Leonard. Launches a three. Here's Zubac. Kennard on the wing. There's the pass to George. That three off the mark. Bucks trail by 13. Middleton the pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
To the inside. And that one is good from Zubac. Zubac has got the lead up to 13 now for the Clippers.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Lopez. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his third assist on the night. And here's George. 8 points for him. Now Kennard. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to... It was all about the Clippers as the game got going. Amped up and ready off the tip. And that'll...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Paul George really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the small forward. Here's Antetokounmpo following the basket by Marcus Morris. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to man. Back to Morris. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bucks trail by 13. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating.
Watch out. Antetokounmpo might be soft-spoken, but he's got a mean streak when it comes to attacking the hoop.
Here's man, defended by Middleton. Pass to Oturu. Here's Kennard. For the three. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Middleton's got it back down to within single digits for Milwaukee. LA has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's man, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And so it's Milwaukee with it after the Clippers pick up 2. Connects from three-point range. Greg, is a broadcaster, who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Bucks.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Giannis kicks to Forbes. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They've shown a lot of heart, a lot of fight, and they're close to taking the lead.
Now, here is... Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a play!
Unbelievable! Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Here's Middleton.
That's on you.
The rebound by Paul George.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Portis, the pass to Tucker. Back to Portis. And the rejection by Zubac. And so they foul intentionally. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, Paul George.
The consummate team player. Paul George is an excellent leader, and he's cool to let others lead also. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Stolen by George. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Portis. A shot by Batum, no good. One-on-one fast break. Good.
And you see Portis can run the floor, long strides, great hustle.
Clippers leading by 8. Outside, George. Passes it to Zubac. A 3 ball. And George is good for 3. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Playing at his tempo, his pace, he's been dialed in all night.
Forbes, the pass to Portis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Bobby Portis doesn't mind a physical game. He takes it, and he dishes it out.
Patterson, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Leonard. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Antetokounmpo comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Drew Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Nice shot by Rondo.
You got to respect the attacking mindset of Rondo. Always looking to go right to the cup.
Antetokounmpo passes to Antetokounmpo. Portis with it. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The pass to Jackson. From deep. That one, no good. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Bucks trail by 11. They've got Morris. He's out there with Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo is out there with Jackson. And it's man in at the 2. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Bobby Portis. And he makes the first. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Rajon Rondo.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Holiday, the pass to Portis. Stolen by Zubac. Jackson against Portis. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Deflects the pass. Batum with the steal. Middleton against Jackson. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard the pass to Mann. Back to Leonard. From past the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 11 rebounds in the game. Antetokounmpo dishes to Giannis. That one goes in.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Jackson against Holiday. Outside Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Over Giannis. Zubac. They shoot again. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Portis. And it's the Bucks on the break. Jackson against Giannis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Maybe the most highly skilled big man in our league. Giannis is also one of the most frequently fouled bigs in our game.
George is checked in for the Clippers. The Bucks also with the sub. Lopez is checked in. Jackson down low, guarded by Holiday. Shoots. Jackson misses.
And he's frustrated. That's a shot he can make in his sleep.
Fires from 18. That shot off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Wasted no time on that one. George has got 9 points now in just the second half. Antetokounmpo against Leonard. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Leonard against Antetokounmpo. Here's Zubac. He feeds it to Leonard. Batum wide open. He fires. Off target from outside.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
The shot by Middleton, wide open. Offline with his 3. Los Angeles leading by 9. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Leonard. Pass to Batum. On the wing, George. for three. Score the basket. His 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
He's been doing this a long time. George can hurt you from outside, inside, and everywhere in between.
And Brook Lopez, the bucket on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. And George kicks to Batum. Pass to Zubac. Dishes it to George. And Chris Middleton pulls it down.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Los Angeles on D. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. George passes to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Middleton for three. It's hauled in by Zubac. 10-point lead. And so here are the Clippers. Now about 10 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
It's incredible, and I'll tell you what, it's a joy to watch. There's more to his game than threes and dunks.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Paul George. From deep three-point range. That shot missing. So the Clippers winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.